Do you want more clients? Then stop trying to convince people to hire you. The best closers I know barely sell at all. I know that sounds backwards, but when you flip the psychology, something strange happens. Prospects stop resisting and they start trying to convince you that they're a good fit. Instead of chasing leads and pitching services, you become the gatekeeper. They prove they're a fit and they book themselves. But here's the crazy part. Most people are accidentally breaking the sequence without even realizing it. This is it's my power board. It's a toy, yes, but it's also a model for the exact psychology sequence that flips the sales game. Every button represents a trigger, and there's one trigger most people accidentally reverse, which is exactly why prospects ghost you after saying, "This sounds great." Here's what most people get wrong about getting clients. They try to convince people to buy when they should be making clients prove that they're a good fit to work with you. But while you're grinding out discovery calls, chasing leads, and burning out by Tuesday, there's a psychological sequence that handles everything better. Not because it's more persuasive, but because it uses 3 triggers that work even when people know that they're being used. If you're still stuck doing cold outreach or waiting for leads to get back to you, what I'm about to show you will completely rewire the way that you think about booking clients. So here's the deal. Right now, with AI spam flooding basically every inbox and DM, buyers are more resistant than ever before. Their guard's up before you even say hello. But that resistance is exactly what this system turns into your biggest advantage. I've used this exact same framework to help business owners land million-dollar clients, and I've personally used it to get major clients like Google and Amazon and Meta. The psychology is universal, and it works whether you're selling $500 services or $500,000 contracts. The entire system is powered by 5 triggers that I call power. And this little toy, this little power board on my desk here, well, my kids play with it every morning, but they've got no idea that these 5 buttons are the exact blueprint for a psychological sales sequence that books clients while you sleep. But you're about to understand exactly why every button matters. So now I'm going to show you 3 things. First, the 3 psychology triggers that power the entire system. Triggers discovered by researchers studying cults, casinos, and con artists. Appreciate that sounds pretty dark, but stay with me. Second, real messages that use these triggers. Not theory, but the actual scripts that are booking appointments right now. And third, why this system works so well and exactly how to use it in your business. Forget everything you know about sales. Seriously, this isn't about overcoming objections or building rapport or any of that service level stuff. This is about how the human brain makes decisions at a neurological level. See, back in 1984, Dr. Robert Cialdini published research that changed marketing forever. But here's what most people don't know. He wasn't studying marketing. He was studying cults, casinos, and con artists. He wanted to know how they got rational people to make, well, ultimately, some pretty irrational decisions. What he discovered were psychological triggers that were so powerful they worked even when people knew that these triggers were being used. And I'm about to show you 3 of them, starting with trigger number 1, micro commitments. Here's what's crazy. Stanford research on decision psychology found that each small commitment makes the next commitment 73% more likely, even when people consciously try to resist. You know how Netflix works, right? They don't ask you to commit to watching an entire series. They just show you 1 episode. Then at the end, there's that countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next episode starts. Before you know it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You're on season 2 and you gotta be up in 4 hours. Thanks, Netflix. The thing is, you didn't sit down and consciously decide to binge watch 8 hours of TV straight. What you really did was make 8 tiny decisions to watch just 1 more. This is why someone agrees to a quick 2-minute survey, then ends up spending 20 minutes answering questions. Or why car dealerships get you to sit down, then get coffee, then take a test drive, then talk numbers. Each yes makes the next yes more automatic. The commitment didn't change, the momentum did. You'll know this trigger is working when clients and prospects start volunteering information that you didn't even ask for. That's momentum. Trigger number 2, psychological reactance. Here's what's fascinating. Research from the Journal of Consumer Psychology shows that when you tell someone that they might not qualify for something, their desire for it increases by up to 300%. Ever been to Las Vegas? If so, you'll have noticed how the best nightclubs always have lines outside, even on slow nights, even when they're half empty inside. That's not poor planning. That's psychological reactance. When you tell someone that they can't have something, they immediately want it more. It's why people camp outside stores for a limited edition sneaker drop, but ignore the same shoe just sitting on a shelf. Or why exclusive clubs with velvet ropes are more desirable than places that just let anybody walk in. Or on a more personal level, why your kid suddenly needs that toy the moment that you say they can't have it. The product didn't change, the access did. You'll know this trigger's working when clients start justifying why they're qualified without you even asking. That is reactance. Trigger number 3, loss aversion. Loss aversion research shows that we fear losing something twice as much as we enjoy gaining it. Amazon has weaponized this. Only 3 left in stock, or order in the next 2 hours for delivery tomorrow. But here's the secret that most people miss. It's not really about time. It's about access. Your brain doesn't fear missing time. It fears missing opportunity. Think about Black Friday. Most of those deals aren't actually that special, and most items go on sale multiple times per year. But the time limit, the 1 day only, makes your brain go crazy. Start asking itself, what if this never comes again? Or what if I miss out? You'll know this trigger is working when prospects respond faster than usual and ask, is that spot still open? That, my friend, is urgency. See how each light follows one after another? We go from orange to red to green to yellow to blue. We're basically moving from curiosity to qualification to urgency. This isn't random. This is the exact psychological sequence your buyer's brain follows every single time. And this green button here that requires a key to turn on, that's a yes. That's the appointment. That is when your clients book themselves. But let me tell you how I discovered that this sequence works even better without me in it, which to be honest was a bit of a shot to the old ego, but hey, can't argue with results. So there was this Tuesday that I'll never forget. 11 calls on my calendar, felt like a rock star. High energy, perfect script, tons of value, but only one person signed up. And by 10:47 p.m. later that day, she messaged, actually, I'm gonna wait a bit. So there I was, laying awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling, and I kept asking myself, is it me? Am I the problem? I was, but here's what I realized that night. I wasn't in control. The prospect was. They controlled the timing, they controlled the conversation, they controlled the outcome, and the worst part was that I thought I was doing everything right. I had the scripts, I had the frameworks, I'd read every sales book, but none of that mattered when the human elements of fear and hesitation and exhaustion got in the way. That's the moment that I realized I didn't need more effort. I didn't need better scripts. I needed psychology that worked without me. And that's why I want to give you the exact framework I use, the same one that's now running for over 1,500 agencies. I call it the power method. Think of it like a nightclub with a velvet rope, or a fancy pants country club, or anywhere else that doesn't let you just walk right in. You don't stand outside begging people to come in, you create a line. You have standards. People prove themselves worthy of entry. That's the energy that this creates. Now let me show you exactly what these psychology triggers look like when they're deployed in real messages. You can copy these messages word for word. I'm gonna show you every single one, and I'm gonna show you how to deploy them so they run automatically. First things first, I run this entire system through one platform that handles the messaging, the calendar, the follow-ups, everything. It's called High Level, and there's an extended free 30-day trial link below if you want to copy this exact setup into your account. I do this all through messages, but you can do it over the phone, in person, email. The context is less important than the sequence of the messages. Now, naming matters more than you might think, which is why I call this the velvet rope sequence, because psychologically, it frames the interaction perfectly. People aren't begging to get in, they're qualifying to get in. Small difference in words, but massive difference in psychology. Message number 1 is the pattern interrupt. Someone fills out your form, they click your ad, they respond to your post, they raise their hand. Now they're sitting there and they're waiting to hear back from you. Now, can you guess what most businesses send them at this point? Well, it's usually something like, hey there, thanks for reaching out. How can I help you today? But that, my friend, is generic. It's passive, sounds kind of like a call center, and it immediately puts you in the servant position, waiting for them to tell you what they want. So say this instead. Just curious, are you the business owner who inquired about scaling past 50K per month? Here's what's happening in their brain. Just curious removes all pressure, it's conversational, and doesn't scream sales at them. Are you is a binary question. Yes or no, easy micro commitment. The business owner is an identity trigger. It's the business owner, not a business owner. Who inquired, well, this is called a past tense assumption, and their brain fills in the gap. You'll know this is working when they respond within minutes, not hours. And this pattern interrupt creates urgency. Now, here we've got 2 paths they can take, the yes path or the no path. So let's start with the yes path, which is much more likely and more enjoyable and more profitable. Now, when they say yes, most people go straight for the kill. Great, let's book a call, but that's too fast. They haven't made any kind of commitment or investment, so it's way too easy for them to ghost you at this point. So say this instead. Perfect. Quick question before we dive in. What's been your biggest bottleneck in getting to the next level? A, getting enough qualified leads, but tired of tire kickers? B, converting those leads to sales. They all want to think about it. C, fulfilling at scale, growing but drowning in delivery. Or D, something else entirely. Tell me more. Here's what's happening. They're not just answering a question, they're admitting weakness and they're investing mental energy all at the same time. Each option assumes they have a problem. We're just finding out which one. You'll know this is working when they pick an option and if you're speaking to them in person or over the phone, they add extra context. Something like B, definitely B. I had 3 calls last week and all 3 ghosted. Well, that's investment. Okay, let's talk about the no path next. When someone says no or seems uninterested, most people say, okay, no problem, have a great day. But that's silly, amateur hour stuff, and this loses you the sale, well, forever. Say this instead. Oh, my apologies. I must have mixed up conversations. This is an exclusive thread for growth-focused businesses we've pre-qualified. We typically only work with businesses already doing 20K plus per month who have the infrastructure for rapid scaling. Is that something you're working toward, or should I remove you from the list? Now here's what's happening. We didn't beg them to reconsider. In fact, we suggested removing them. So loss aversion kicks in, and they suddenly have something to lose that they didn't know they had. You'll know this is working when they start explaining why they do qualify. Something like, well, we're at 15K, but growing fast. Well, now they're selling you. Now, in my experience, somewhere around 85 to 90% of people who say no to the first message say yes to this one. Message number 2, trust building through specificity. Now, after someone says yes and says what problem they're experiencing, most people say, okay, well, we help businesses grow. But again, that's too vague. It's generic. It's totally forgettable. So say this exact phrase instead. That's exactly what I hear from most agencies before they implement our system, like an agency from Dallas. They were getting 50 leads per month, but 45 were tire kickers. Now they get 200 leads monthly, and 80% are qualified buyers. The difference is psychological pre-qualification that makes unqualified leads eliminate themselves. Would it make sense to show you exactly how this works? It's a 15-minute breakdown. Here's what's happening. Specific numbers create believability. Agency from Dallas feels real. 50 to 200 is concrete. 15 minutes is low commitment. So now they're able to picture themselves getting those same results. You'll know this is working when they say yes and ask a follow-up question. Well, that's genuine interest, not just politeness. Message number 3, the close sequence. So it's here that most people ask, so would you like to schedule a call, or when are you available? But again, this is weak and passive and puts them in control. So say this instead. I just checked our calendar and I have 2 strategic consultation spots available this week. These usually book 2 to 3 weeks out, but I had a cancellation from a client who just closed a major project and doesn't need the follow-up session. Would Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern or Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern work better for a quick 15-minute strategy breakdown? Now here's what's happening is we've got multiple psychological triggers stacked together here. I just checked, well, that's all about personal effort. Saying 2 spots is specific scarcity. Usually booked 2 to 3 weeks, that's social proof. Had a cancellation, we say this because it explains the availability, makes it believable. Tuesday or Thursday is a binary choice, and work better, well, this assumes that they're booking. You'll know this is working when they pick a time without asking more questions. The decision is already made. Let's talk about objections real quick though, because when someone says, I need to think about it, most people just accept it and follow up randomly. But not you. Nope. You're gonna say this instead. I totally understand. No pressure at all. Just so you know, these spots typically fill within 24 hours when I open them up. If you're serious about scaling, I can hold Tuesday's spot for the next 2 hours while you check your calendar. Would that help? Then, exactly 2 hours later, automatically, hey, that Tuesday spot is about to open back up. Last chance to grab it. Should I release it to the waitlist or lock it in for you? Now here's what's happening. Using the term waitlist implies others want it. Lock it in is commitment language, and using the word release, well, that triggers loss aversion. You'll know this is working when they respond to the 2-hour follow-up faster than they responded to anything else before. But here's where things get really cool. Let me show you something that nobody else is teaching. We make this system adapt based on their behavior. If they're a fast responder and respond in under 2 minutes, it means that they're hot. So be direct. Say something like, great, looks like you're ready to move on this. I'll send you the calendar link now. For medium responders who respond in 2 to 24 hours, your goal here is to rebuild momentum by saying something like, hey, saw you were interested yesterday. Those spots are filling up. Want to grab one before they're gone. Then for slow responders who take 24 hours or more to get back to you, you want to re-engage them completely. Say something like, quick check, are you still looking to scale, or should I offer this spot to someone else? Now, thanks to the automations we have in place here, the sequence automatically adapts its approach based on their behavior. It's not artificial intelligence, it's more like artificial emotional intelligence. Before you go out there and deploy this though, 3 quick warnings, because you get these wrong and the whole system backfires. Warning number 1, authenticity is required. Your selectivity here has to be real. If you'll take anyone with a pulse and a credit card, well, people sense that desperation immediately. The psychology only works if you actually have standards. You just can't fake the velvet rope. Warning number 2, confidence versus arrogance. There's a fine line here, but you want to remember that you're the gatekeeper, not a bouncer on a power trip. You want to filter, but do it with respect. The goal is qualification, not humiliation. Warning number 3, abundance mindset. If you're desperate for every deal that comes across your plate, this won't work. The psychology requires genuine detachment from outcomes. If you need clients to survive, my advice is to get a few first. even if you work for free initially. This method requires abundance, not scarcity. Everything you just learned follows one framework. It's not random, it's not luck, it's power. The P is pattern interrupt. This breaks their mental script. Just curious instead of thanks for reaching out. O is for open loops. This creates curiosity gaps, saying things like an agency from Dallas. Well, that's what makes them want to hear the rest. The W is worthiness tests. This makes them qualified to work with you. You say things like, we only work with, and then you let them prove that they fit. E is the escalation ladder, from micro to macro commitments. Start with curious and end with Tuesday or Thursday. R is reactance triggers. Remember, say limited access, not limited time. Say only 2 spots, not offer ends Friday. And when you press these buttons in sequence, your odds of getting a yes go up exponentially. But let's get real for a second here. Look at your calendar right now. How many discovery calls this week? How many will actually show? How many will say, let me think about it? Now, imagine every appointment was pre-qualified. They already said yes 3 times before booking. They show up ready to buy, not ready to be sold. Well, that's what this system was designed to do, and I want to give it to you for free so you can just copy and paste what 1,500 other agencies already use. I'm talking the templates, the psychology, all ready to be installed directly into your account with just the click of a button. Everything is linked below. The 30-day trial, 47 psychology templates, my setup walkthrough, all free. But you're not early forever. The best time to build this was 6 months ago. The second best time is right now. You can keep hoping clients show up, or you can use a proven system that makes them fight to work with you. And you can get it all for free right now by clicking the link in the descriptions below this video. Here's the thing. The power method handles everything before the conversation. They book themselves, they show up pre-sold, but what happens when you're actually on the call? Well, see this red button? There's a psychological trigger connected to it that completely flips the sales game. Instead of trying to prove your value, they start proving they're good enough to work with you, which makes sales faster and easier and more fun than ever before. I call the process the Gatekeeper Method, and I break it down step by step in the video that I've got linked up right here, including a simple forward phrase backed by 42 studies that doubles your close rate. So feel free to tap or click that video now, and see you in there in just a second.